Hello and welcome to Air News Daily on Wednesday the 5th of August. I'm Jeremy Spake.
Coming up in today's edition of Air News Daily.
Earlier this year we reported the ongoing financial challenges Vietnamese operator Bamboo Airways was trying hard to navigate in order to survive, and since then the carrier has continued to struggle to stem its losses, which has resulted in the airline stopping all scheduled services. The carrier, which once operated 44 aircraft, is now showing only 3 airframes available for use, although it is believed that the airline is currently only using a single A321-200 on a small number of charter services. Customers have been advised that refunds for advanced bookings will be processed in strict order of receipt, but the delays may occur as the volume of requests increases. The airline's woes started in 2022 when the company's founder was arrested on fraud charges and the original parent company went into receivership. It remains to be seen if they can claw their way back from the brink. Let's hope so. Second quarter results have been released by the Lufthansa Group, who saw an 8% increase in group revenue to €11.1 billion when compared with the previous year. The largest group of airlines in Europe noted, however, that €750 million of additional cost was borne by the group as the direct result of increased fuel prices during the quarter. The report indicated that Lufthansa's logistics division, which includes Lufthansa Cargo, Jettainer, Hayworld and a 50% stake in Aerologic, saw revenues increase by 27% year-on-year to €1 billion, whilst earnings before interest and tax were up 58% to €116 million. The group, however, has cautioned that the outlook for the remainder of the year remains uncertain as the geopolitical situation continues to be unpredictable, to say nothing of Donald Trump. Having been cut off from Western technology following its invasion of the Ukraine, Russia has been forced to resurrect its dwindling aircraft manufacturing industry. And according to recent reports by Russian media, the United Aircraft Corporation's first serial production standard Yakovlev MS-21310, powered by Aviadvigatel PD-14 engines and made entirely from Russian-manufactured components, took to the skies on Monday for its first test flight, marking a major milestone in the long-running development of the aircraft, which is intended to replace Airbus and Boeing narrowbodies being operated by Russian carriers in a concerted bid to overcome the spare supply chain issues they are facing because of international sanctions. UAC currently has 18 aircraft moving along the Irkutsk production line in various stages of completion, indicating that the manufacturer is becoming more confident that it can achieve certification approval from the Russian regulator. The country's flag carrier, Aeroflot, is set to become the launch customer once the aircraft receives certification approval. European plane maker Airbus is preparing to carry out flight vibration tests, known as flutter tests, on its A350 freighter as the manufacturer moves the prototype to the flight testing phase of the certification program. The tests, according to an update from the company, will be conducted in the first 3 months of the flight test campaign and will take the aircraft up to its maximum design dive speed and design dive Mach number. Crucial hurdles to be successfully completed as part of the final approval process. Extensive ground testing to include ground vibration tests, which were completed in June, have already taken place in Toulouse, and the company plans to commence flight testing before the end of 2026, hoping to complete the certification program in the first half of next year, with entry into service with launch customer CMA CFM Air Cargo in the second half of 2027. As Australia's newest airport, Western Sydney International, gets ready to welcome its first passengers, Sydney Metro has officially unveiled the first train that will be used to connect the Western Sydney communities with the new airport and Bradfield city centre via a 23-kilometre railway line. The 3-car train is capable of moving 645 passengers at a time and is the first of 12 that will operate on the route. The airport opened at the end of last month to cargo traffic and is now undertaking testing of its terminal facilities ahead of the formal launch of passenger services planned for the 25th of October this year. And finally, Saudi Arabia's newest airline, Riyadh Air, has now placed 3 additional routes on sale. Daily services from Riyadh to Islamabad will commence on the 14th of August, followed by daily flights to Lahore on the 18th of August, And from the 9th of September, the carrier will add a daily service to the Filipino capital, Manila. All 3 routes will be flown using the airline's Dreamliner fleet. Thanks for being with us. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. So until then, you go steady. We'll see you in the morning.
Tune in tomorrow when we'll be bringing you the latest news from the commercial aviation world. And don't forget to subscribe to Air News Daily.